Friend, now if you have ever stood in the middle of your own life, the career, the home, the friendships, the milestones, and thought, why does this not feel like mine? This episode is for you. We are naming something today that some carry in silence because they're too afraid to say it out loud. Because to admit it means admitting that the life you worked so hard to build might not actually be the life you wanted. And it's terrifying, and as true as that may be, it's also the beginning of your next chapter. So let's get into it. Okay, real quick. If you are not yet subscribed to Confident and Empowered Women yet, what are we even doing, okay? We are here every single Tuesday and Thursday, and this is not just a podcast. This is a community of women who are done shrinking, settling, people-pleasing, performing, and putting herself last. This is where we come together to remember who we actually are and build the life that reflects her. We are becoming together, friend, and if you are not subscribed yet, today is the day. Hey, friend. Listen, let's clap it up right quick because you did everything right. You outdid yourself even. I'm talking the degree, the career, the income, the apartment or home. And listen, it ain't just any apartment or home because it's fly. Shoot, maybe you even messed around and you've been doing the dang on thing because you got both. And the icing on the cake, the friendships, the trips, the body you worked for, the title that sounds impressive at dinner parties. You followed the plan. You executed the blueprint. You checked every single box on the list that somebody, your parents, your industry, society, your younger ambitious self handed you years ago. And you looked up one day in the middle of it all and thought, is this it? Not in a waiting to excel, burn the car down kind of way. Just quietly, like a song you've heard so many times, but the melody stopped moving you. You're still humming it. You just can't remember why it used to make you feel something. And worse, you can't explain it to anyone because from the outside, you have it all. Everything. And so you do what so many of us high achieving women do. You push the feeling down. You add something else to the list. You book a new trip. You reorganize the pantry. You tell yourself you're just tired. You're stressed. Or you're just going through a phase. You tell yourself that gratitude should be enough. And then the guilt sets in because you should be happy. This should be enough. And every single one of those shoulds piles up and makes you feel bad about yourself. And listen, the feeling has a name and it's not burnout. I know we've been calling it burnout for years, heavy on the years. And I love conversation about burnout because rest is productive. Empty cups serve no one. All of that is true and we're keeping it, by the way. But what you're feeling right now, that hollowness, the quiet disconnect, this I should be happy, but I'm not, that lives in your chest like an uninvited guest who isn't picking up on any of your not so subtle cues, who in fact just won't leave. And that is not burnout. Burnout is what happens when you're doing too much of something that's actually yours, or even what you've assumed of others that has become yours. Burnout says you need a vacation. But what you're feeling says something different. The feeling says you need a reckoning. And those are two very different prescriptions, friend. You know how sometimes you're eating the food and it's fine. It's perfectly good food, objectively, but you're not satisfied. It's just not hitting the way that you expected. And your taste buds are craving something more. And even when you go back in the kitchen looking for something, but you don't really know what, and no matter what you add, it still leaves you walking away like that's not it. That's the identity gap. You keep adding to the life, the new job, the new relationship, a new goal, the new apartment. But something ain't hidden because what's missing isn't on the menu you've been ordering from. The woman in the identity gap, she's still functioning, by the way. She's showing up, she's producing, maintaining, she's holding it down for everyone around her. But she is maintaining a version of herself that was built from somebody else's blueprint, her parents' blueprint, her industry's blueprint, her relationship's blueprint. And at some point, sometimes slowly or even all at once, the blueprint stopped matching the building. You didn't lose your mind, friend. You lost your map, and the map was never actually yours to begin with. Okay, I need you to think back with me. And I mean, really go back. Back into time. I want you to find a moment, a real one, when you made a decision that was entirely yours, not influenced by what made sense on paper, not shaped by what other people expected, not built around who you thought you should be by now. A decision that came purely from what you wanted, what lit you up, what felt like you. And listen, it's okay if that memory is harder to find than it should be, because here's what happens. You start out as the author. You've got the pen. You're writing the story. The little girl with the big dreams and the loud laugh and opinions, she stated without apologizing first. She knew what she wanted. She knew who she was, and she wasn't taking no questions at this time. And then she grew up. Life happens, and the expectations all come piling in. And the be realistic happens. And then the relationships happen. And somewhere between ambitious girl who had big dreams and accomplished woman who executed all the plans, she quietly moved from author to character. She stopped writing the story and started performing it. And here's what's wild about performing long enough, friend. You forget there was ever a script. The performance becomes the identity. The role becomes the woman. It's just like actors when you hear those stories about it taking time for them to wind down after playing a character, that sometimes they get so into character that they forget where the line is between the character and them. And we do that too. We play the role so convincingly that we forget we auditioned for it in the first place. And when somebody asks you what you actually want, what actually lights you up, who you are underneath all the achieving, you go blank. Deep down, you know the answers, but you haven't been asked in so long. And worse, you stopped asking yourself. That hollowness you feel, that is authorship asking to be reclaimed. And I'm speaking from experience here, okay? So no shade, no shame, and no judgment. I felt this feeling after building a successful career in corporate America. With 20 plus years of experience from building teams from scratch to taking over teams and me being the only new person up in it and everything in between, my next step would have been to keep climbing that senior leadership ladder. And when I looked around at my mentors, especially the one that I admired the most, I did not want to do what she was doing. Answering emails at all times of the night, always on, tethered to the laptop. I just didn't want that. And listen, this is not to downplay it, her, or anyone who loves it. It just wasn't for me. I didn't know what I wanted to do next, and I had to ask myself a lot of hard questions. When I looked around at what I loved within what I was already doing, coaching was my absolute favorite, helping people navigate life and work, finding their own flow and achieving all that they wanted within their career lit me up. And it led me here to you. And listen, I know this feeling doesn't feel like an invitation because it feels uncomfortable, inconvenient, and perhaps even rude. It feels like something you should be able to push through or positive think yourself out of. It feels like a problem to be solved. But friend, what if this feeling is the most important thing that's happened to you in years? Ayala Van Zant says, the breakdown is always before the breakthrough. Always. Not sometimes, but always. And I think about the women in the world who felt exactly what you're feeling right now, that quiet, unsettling, something is off. And I watch what happens when they stop running from it and get curious about it instead, because that is when everything shifts. And let me be clear about this, because here's where you start to give yourself a hard time. The feeling doesn't mean you made the wrong choices. It means that you have grown past the version of yourself who made them. You outgrew the blueprint. So please don't consider this a failure when it's just evidence of evolution. You know how a snake sheds its skin? It doesn't shed because something went wrong. It sheds because it grew. The old skin served its purpose, and now the snake literally cannot fit inside it anymore. The shedding is not the crisis or something to be ashamed of. The shedding is a sign. Friend, you have outgrown the skin, and your life is telling you it's your time to shed it. The invitation is this: stop running from the feeling and get curious about it, because on the other side of that curiosity is the woman you've been becoming, and she has been waiting for you to slow down long enough to listen. Ooh, friend. Okay, real talk for a second. If today's episode has you in your feelings, if it has you sitting here like, okay, she is talking directly to me, then I really want you to grab the main character energy journal prompts. Because here's the thing, we can have all the awareness in the world, but if we don't actually do something with it, we just keep going in circles, friend. And I don't want that for you. These prompts are going to help you get honest with yourself in the most loving, grace-filled possible way. No tough love, no shame, and no shade. Just you, your journal, and some really, really good questions that are going to help you figure out where you are and what it looks like to move forward. Friend, I made these just for you, for this exact moment, for the woman who just heard something that cracked you open in a way, and now you need somewhere to go with it. The link is in the show notes, so go grab it. You need this right now. Okay, friend, and now it's time for our favorite, our self-love two-step with the remix, okay? This is the name it two-step. Step 1, I want you to name it without judgment. This week, sit with the feeling instead of fixing it. Just notice, where does it show up? In your career, relationships, in those moments when nobody needs anything from you? Don't try to solve it, just name it. I feel disconnected here. I feel hollow when I do this. This doesn't feel like mine. Just naming it is not overhauling your life. Naming it is just the beginning. Step 2, after you've named it, ask yourself this question. If I wasn't afraid of disappointing anyone, what would I want instead? Don't answer it for anybody else. Don't edit it before it comes out. Just let the answer arrive. You don't have to act on it today. Just be honest enough to hear it. And then step 3 is the you step. You get still, you get quiet, and you ask yourself, what is my heart telling me to do next? Because whatever comes up, that is your next right aligned step. Not the whole plan, just the next move. Trust her, friend. She already knows. Now, let me pour into you real quick. The life you built, everything you've achieved, the woman you are today is a testament to you creating the life you wanted. I hope you are proud of what you've built and who you've become. Not everyone can say they did it, friend, but you can. What you've done is amazing. I really hope you celebrate that. For as wonderful as it all is, now you're being called to create what's next for you. Allow what's next for you to be what's true for you. Let what's next be for you. Maybe what you built was for something else. Maybe it was a story you wanted to tell in honor of someone, and now it's your turn. You are being called forward. The restlessness that you feel, that quiet longing for something you haven't quite been able to put your finger on, is an invitation to connect back to the best of you so you can hear what's calling you next. And let's just normalize outgrowing things. Some things are only meant to live but a season and not several. Let's normalize building something and then wanting something else. Listen, we don't know what our experience will be when we get there. Everything looks different from the bottom of the mountain than when you're at the top of it. It is okay to change your mind, to pivot, to outgrow what once was in order to build what's meant to be. Life is a constant evolution, and yours is beautiful. So there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with what you've built. You are just being called to what's next for you. Ooh, friend. Yes. I hope you loved today's episode. Drop it in the girls chat and let's continue this conversation over on YouTube. I love you so much, and I hope that during this season of your life, instead of you labeling it as something being wrong with you or what you've built, look at it like a new opportunity to build what's next, because your next chapter awaits. Crown on, queen, because together we can encourage over everything. Big virtual hugs, friend, and I'll see you next episode.